I've always felt that to me, one of the two or three most important parshas of the entire year is Bereshit. Number one, it's the beginning, and that's a good place to start. But what I particularly like about Bereshit is that it really teaches to me beginning and end and how one should view themselves, and a sense of both self-worth and a sense at the same time that you focus on your self-worth. We're all in the image of God. You're also forced to focus on the ultimate humility from dust to dust. And my feeling is that with those lessons in mind, both ends of the spectrum of life are well covered, and anywhere in between you can always gauge where you are on that line. And to me, I just think the message that ultimately we are in God's image will impact how we view everybody that we deal with. And at the same token, understanding dust to dust always makes you recognize that you are no better or no different, other than perhaps through good fortune from everybody else that's around you. I also like the idea in Bereshit that it's not really, at least for me, in terms of my interpretation of Judaism, it's not a creation story. It's not a scientific story of how things are created. It's a story of why. It's a story of how we are meant to interact, and whether you want to do biblical criticism and look at the two different creation stories and call those conflicting stories, or if you want to mesh those along the lines of some of the wonderful writings of I believe it was Rabbi Soloveitchik, that the two stories really represent two parts of every human being. So from my standpoint, it's just a wonderful story of how to gauge oneself and how to live one's life.